Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is the join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, interesting stuff has been happening in the court today. So this was posted by the Patriotic Front. So they say police officers disappoint state failed to identify Munia and Emmanuel Mwamba. Police officers yesterday shocked the Director of Public Prosecutions, Gilbert Pires Jr.'s, when they failed to identify Emmanuel and Lumezi constituency Member of Parliament, Munia Zulu, in a video recording they submitted to court as part of their evidence in Zulu's seditious case. Despite Mwamba and Zulu being outspoken public figures, the two police officers claimed they have never seen them before. So that's what's going on with regard to that case. But if you remember about 48 hours ago or less, Bowman Lusambo's house was invaded by officers from the SEC and other law enforcement agencies seeking to arrest them based off a bench warrant that was issued from the Lusaka Magistrate Court because they had missed a court case. So they presented themselves to court. They were not arrested, but the Patriotic Front posted this from their court session. This is Bowman Lusambo you see on screen with his wife. So Patriotic Front say, off they go. Meanwhile, overzealous officers went and destroyed their gate and doors. Former Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo and his wife Nancy leaving the Lusaka Magistrate Court after a magistrate who issued a bench warrant against them cancelled it and warned them not to miss court. So obviously they provided an explanation, and Bowman Lusambo's wife probably looks pregnant in that particular picture. Probably that's where the leniency is coming from. And the other reason that is alleged Bowman Lusambo had used was that he has too many court cases, so keeping up might be an issue because most of the cases are in Lusaka, but he has some out of town, like the one from Kawe and other towns. So that's the reason that he used. And the magistrate court judge understood that reason, but I suspect mostly it was influenced by his wife probably being pregnant. He felt lenient for her and just let them go with a warning. So that's the update from the Lusambo family. What is the case that seems to be having twists and turns every day is this one of Jay Banda, the Pateuke Central Member of Parliament. So Patriotic Front earlier on posted breaking news. Honorable Jay Banda has been forcefully discharged from Minasoko Hospital, forcing him into a waiting ambulance by the police, and have since taken him to an unknown place and have refused to disclose to his family. So this broke earlier on during the day before the police could confirm that had happened. Members of Parliament decided to walk out of Parliament in protest with the way Jay Banda is being treated. So those are the images that you see on screen. So some members of Parliament were protesting by walking out of Parliament with regard to that. This was posted by the Patriotic Front in protest to the situation going on with Jay Banda. Nkana, Member of Parliament, has tried to present it on the floor of the House. He was interrupted by Kabuswe. They had a back and forth on the floor of the House, and he did not finish his presentation pretty much. So that's what's happening. Then later on, Jay Banda's family located where he had been taken. So the Patriotic Front posted this and with some comments. So they say, armed police officers have now placed Petagogike Central Member of Parliament on Jay Banda in a maternity ward in a Skazwe Health Post, a move which has angered his family members who are wondering and demanding to know why a male patient is being held in a female ward. So once he was moved from Mainasoko Hospital, JJ was taken to Skanze Health Post, and his family alleged to say he was put in a female ward instead of a male ward. They wanted to understand what's going on with that situation there. So that was the second part of the update. So right before the police could confirm everything had happened, because all this information started flowing from the Patriotic Front, the police only confirmed it later on in the day with a statement. So Binwa Mpundu, the same member of parliament that I mentioned earlier on, who did a presentation to the speaker on the floor of the house with a situation that JJ Banda is going through, it decided to update the nation with regard to what is happening. Just stand by as I praise you.
No, JJ has an underlying condition, so they found he had a seizure. So he was given some medicines to stabilize. They waited for him, they picked him up, put him in a stretcher. On their way out, he had another seizure. He fell off the bed, picked him up onto the stretcher, another seizure, 3 seizures in the process. They still picked him up, not in an ambulance, but just in an ordinary vehicle, and took him into Skanze police facility, health facility. As we're speaking, the place has been sealed off with police officers, only to allow the wife to go and access him. I just thought that I must update you so that you are not wondering what is happening. His health condition is extremely dire, and like I've stated before, these hospitals will not do any good to him. He needed help elsewhere. But what can we do? Otherwise we'll be told to be abductors ourselves. This is human life we are treading.
So that's the update that came from Kana Member of Parliament, that is Binwa Mpundu, who updated the nation on what was happening. So, and then the police later on issued a statement after all that news had circulated online. So, discharge and custody of Honorable Jay Banda, and then the signing of June 19th, 2024. Zambia Police Service wishes to inform the public that Honorable Jay Banda has been discharged from Mainasoko Medical Center this morning. He is currently in police custody. Honorable Jay Banda was admitted at Mainasoko Health Center for medical treatment after receiving the necessary medical care and being discharged, deemed fit for discharge by the attending medical professionals. Honorable Banda was released from medical center and taken into police custody. The Zambia Police Service is committed to ensuring thorough and transparent investigations, and then Ray Amonga signs it off, public relations officer, police. So that's as far as the police shared. They simply confirmed that the news that had broken earlier on, that yes, JJ Banda was discharged and taken into police custody. But as we were having this conversation, another breaking news has happened. Police transporting Honorable JJ Banda to Eastern Province, and then they say JJ is unwell, allegedly. So the PF are alleging. Another news is happening right now as this broadcast is going on. JJ is being transported to Eastern Province. That's an allegation, according to this PF platform. They say that's what's happening. The police are yet to confirm if that's the situation, and it would be best they keep the nation updated, and like news circulates, then they just confirm it later on. So like today, in the way that they reported on that, that was just like working from behind. So the best thing is to update the nation so multiple sources do not have different divergent views over an issue that can be easily communicated. So that's what's happening. And then a bishop has said, stop this nonsense of intruding into
church services. So Ndola Archbishop blasts government. This is on the reported by the Patriotic Front, but this news headline was in the Daily Nation over the same story. So Archbishop of Ndola demands an explanation over police disruption of church services. So he has done a video where he's saying they will not be taken for granted. And so government should stop that, he says. What is Edgar Lungu says, I am willing to serve under anyone from the colleague of the leaders in UNQUA, former President Edgar Lungu. And then in the same statement, he says he's willing also to serve as president, whichever works for UKA. He will be willing to participate in that. Him being president or him serving under any president under that alliance that they formed. And he has also said he'll be the best president after learning his lesson. So that's coming from President Edgar Chagwalungu, former president. What is Msamba Barbara also says, Vamweta, referring to Cornelius Mweta, saying, sure, you have not paid transport refunds to journalists for the past two presses. I now understand why media is not giving adequate coverage. Greed to the core. So she alleges Minister of Information has not paid those journalists when they go to cover transport refunds, when they go to cover Mweta's press briefings. And she captions it with that. And then news diggers at that headline, we will hike taxes on cookers so that people can conserve power that they use on gas stoves. So that says. And then the Patriotic Front has made an allegation against Mariteta, the light-skinned guy that you see standing there next to President Hakainde Hichilema. So they say, according to Mariteta, then they caption a statement to say, we are going to have by-elections in Fuwe, Lumezi, Nkana, and Petauke's constituencies, obvious Mariteta. So Mfuwe, that's where the lady that was amongst the arrested people for a statement that they had made when Jay Banda was missing. Lumezi, Muniazuru, Nkana, that video that I showed you earlier on, Binu Mpundu, that's his constituency, and then Petauke, that's JJ's constituency. So according to Mariteta, those constituencies are likely to have by-elections. So wait and see how that plays out and what motivation would be for that. Anyway, if anything happens, I'll keep you posted. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.